the imagination, load it up and smoke it out. About to take off like a NASA mission, blurred vision, try to mention that expression. Mind blocked like a concussion, I'm just rippin', sippin', flippin' on the mission. Just wanna see this vision coming to a conclusion. Now you mention taking off, I'm feeling raw. Where am I going with this flow and this beat? Cause I'm freestyling to the beat. Just wanna feel the sea, cause I'm taking off, I'm out of here. Catch the feeling, no I'm catching flight. I'm just chillin', hit the spot. Just wanna feel like Mike, hit the curve. I'll just disappear, drop the landing gear. People telling me I got a lot of fear. It's your imagination, let's not go there. I'm on a NASA mission, chasing my imagination source. You're not in it, hold a minute, you're not in it. Chasing my imagination, that's the mission, leaving you behind. Cause the stars don't align, I'm on the grind.
Shoot me into space, I don't wanna see your face. Take a rocket to the moon before I make my fall from grace. I'm an alien, another life form, and you ain't on my level. Take a look to my eyes, and you'll see my inner devil. I belong up in the stars, but instead I'm spitting bars. You reside down here on earth, just a being on my chest. Your life become a figment of a joint imagination, but I'll be looking down at you from up the Hubble station. When I shoot my shot, I put the E into your neck. Calling me amnesia, cause I'll make you forget all the good times and the bad, and where you were gonna go. Got my deuces in the air, catch my smoking UFO. Oh.
What up everyone, and welcome to another episode of Keeping Calm with Adeelocino. I'm in Bushrangers Walk, I think it is. It's on the other side of Cape Shank. I did this hike with Olivia a couple of months ago. Oh wait, it was this time last year. Holy crap. Time flies so fast. I don't have my hair in a braid today. Thought I'd show you guys a bit of my new Adeelocino. New style, new Adeelocino. But man, look how pretty this place is. I'm like standing on a rock, but there's so many people. It's like covered in tourists all over the place. It's a nice bay. It's about a 3-hour walk, about an hour and a bit outside of the Melbourne CBD. But it is so pretty. It is a great day, but just because it's a great day, it doesn't mean it's a bad day. So I'm out here doing my thing, listening to waves, enjoying it, and making the most of 2020. It's probably gonna be my last video of 2020. So I'm making the most of it. I'm sorry if this video does not come out as clear as possible, because it is so windy. There's so many people around. I feel kind of embarrassed making videos. But man, there's like a nice little hill behind me. The tide's coming in. But I'm trying to make a quick video before I get caught up in this. Almost fell as well. I should have made this video as soon as I started YouTube. And that is, why did Adeelocino move to Melbourne? A lot of people are like, oh my god, Adeelocino, why did you move to Melbourne from New Zealand? New Zealand's so pretty, all of that. But I didn't move because of the money. A lot of people like, you know, you must have moved for the money, the opportunities. Oh my god, I'm just gonna move. Honestly, I'm just gonna move before I get sucked in and kind of fall off into the water and drown. But yo, hold up, bear with me for a sec. We're walking. But yeah, let me get back to the other side, because I think the tide's coming in and I do not want to be caught up in this. Whilst my mate is gonna be like, I told you not to go here. But hold up, bear with me. All right, here we go. All right, that's better. All right, I'm a lot safer now. Yeah, let me move. So yeah, it's like there's water all over me, so that bit there's getting filled up quickly. But yeah, coming back to my talk about why Adeelocino moved to Melbourne. A lot of people ask me, yo, did you move because of the money? I'm like, nah bro, it's not about the money. I ain't about the money. They're like, oh, did you move for the opportunities? Somewhat, yeah, but that's not the whole story why I moved to Australia in general. But I'll tell you the background of it. So basically, in 2018, I was in a real bad mental state. I was like, you know, culturally and all of that, it was just on my mind so bad. And I was like talking to a good friend of mine who moved to Sydney from Auckland, we went to uni with, and he was like, yo, come to Sydney, come on holiday, and you know, just try it out. You never know what could happen. You might like it, you might stay, or if you don't like it, go back. So that's what I did. So I was like, you know what, Adeelocino, you're not in a good mental state. Relationships and all of that with friends were breaking at that moment. Family stuff were playing on my mind. A lot of things were going on internally. I was kind of in this real grey, dark spot. So yeah, as I said before, my mate was like, yo, come to Sydney. So I did that. So I came to Sydney for, I think, I just turned up to Sydney. My uncle was like, yo, I'm going to Sydney, you want to come along? So I jumped on a flight with him. And I was like, yeah, let's do this. You know, I came to Sydney, really enjoyed it. Sydney for me is like a different vibe, different buzz. I think it's because I know Sydney pretty well. I've been there a few times as well. And I just vibe with the weather. The weather's nice and hot. And so I went and saw my mate. I went and stayed with my uncle. I went around Sydney. I applied for jobs. I was like, you know, I might as well apply for jobs, start fresh, get out of this bad mental state, this thing that I'm so comfortable with, these dark thoughts, feeling unworthy and all of that. Let's start fresh. And yeah, I applied for a job in Melbourne, accidentally actually. So I was applying on Indeed for jobs and stuff like that. I did a few interviews in Sydney. I was like, you know what? These jobs aren't vibing. I accidentally applied for a job in Melbourne. I ended up getting it, went through the whole interview process, the technical interviews for software engineering, did all of that. I did pretty well, and they were like, yo, come join us in Melbourne. And I was just like, wait, hold on, I'm in Sydney, how's this gonna work? I don't know anyone in Melbourne. So, you know, I was like, you know what? I've come so far. I've come out of my comfort zone. I'm here, let's do this. And so, yeah, I ended up flying back to New Zealand, telling my parents, yo, I got a job in Melbourne. They weren't really happy, but I was kind of excited to get out. I was just like, man, this is my time to spread wings, to grow, to improve myself, to become the better version of myself, get out of that mental state. A lot of people are so comfortable in that zone. I was just like, nah, not happening. I want to be out now. Like, I want to be gone. So yeah, I ended up actually moving to Melbourne. I turned up to Melbourne, had nowhere to stay. I was lucky enough, my uncle on the day that I landed in Melbourne was like, yo, I got a friend who has a place for you to stay. I stayed. I used to take a bus, 2 trains to work. It took me about 3 hours each way to get to work. I used to leave at 5 a.m. in the morning to get to work at like 8:30, 8 o'clock, sometimes 9. Did that for a month. At that point, I was so willing to give up. I was just like, nah, bro, this Melbourne trip ain't worth it. Like, this whole experience, this whole coming out here, doing things, trying to improve and all of that, it's just not worth it because it's going sour, it's going bad. I'm just not in the right headspace. So I was lucky enough to get my own apartment, which I've always wanted to do. It was so stoked. I digged that out and I was so stoked to even have my own place. I never thought of moving out of home, being out of that comfort zone, challenging myself, getting my own apartment, being the independent Adeelocino that I've always wanted to be, and I did that. And a lot of people are like, oh, so why did you move? You moved this and that. I was like, nah, I moved for my mental health. And I moved not because New Zealand has no opportunities, not because New Zealand's ugly and all of that. New Zealand is home. No matter what, at the end of the day, New Zealand is home and it always will be home. But yeah, I thought I'd keep it simple, talk to you guys about why I moved to Melbourne, Australia, because I do get that quite often. Every second conversation I have with someone new is like, oh, why did you move to Australia? And yeah, I'm gonna just be like, yo, watch this video, because this is the reason why, for my mental health, getting out of the comfort zone. I'm repeating myself as usual. If I hadn't moved to Melbourne, I wouldn't have grown, started YouTube, focused on myself, started making raps and growing, getting out of my comfort zone. And if you guys are really struggling to get out of what you're going through and getting out of your comfort zone and the surroundings and environment, just take a step. Something will always catch you, as I always say. So that's what I did. And here we are, amazing, beautiful place. Melbourne, Victoria, Mornington Peninsula, the bay's right behind me, the wind is so strong. But yeah, probably be my last video for 2020. It has been a journey and a half. And I haven't reached the destination that I've always wanted to reach, so work in progress. I better get out because I think I've kind of boxed in. Water is coming in. There's water piling up in that pool behind me. So yo, it's your boy Adeelocino. If you're new, like the channel, subscribe, share the video, hit me up on Instagram if you want me to discuss any topics. This is a really long topic, damn, more than 8 minutes long. But yeah, ma salama, peace, I'm out, and I hope you guys have a fantastic new year. It's your boy Adeelocino coming to you out of Mornington Peninsula, Cape Shank, Bushrangers Walk. Peace. I'm on a NASA mission, chasing my imagination soars. You're not in it, hold a minute, you're not in it. Chasing my imagination, that's the mission. Leaving you behind, cause the stars don't align. I'm on the grind. My thought beat automatic, spacing out like I'm static on a different planet. It's insanity with no gravity, feeling all sorts of energy. They shouldn't be as complicated like SpaceX. Tell your eggs, jog on, thank you Nicks. Feel like I'm overdosing on hydrogen, so high up in clouds while I'm tripping. First be floating all around like light, crashing into each other like meteorite. Feed up like ain't got nothing on these thoughts and visions and different perception. Give your mind antimatter, suck your imagination dark matter. Are we on the same wave? Feel that adrenaline craze. It's weird being on this planet. Oh wait a minute, this was all my imagination. Now I'm feeling the hallucinations. So if you guys are out here, make sure you check out the lighthouse, which is behind me over there. There's so many flies, but make sure you guys come out and check out. Oh wait, let me get out the way, there's so many people, but there's a lighthouse there. Check that out because it's pretty epic. And yeah, the hike goes behind us over here. This is the hike we took, but if you go on the other side there's another hike that takes you down to the video I made with Olivia, which I'll put in the description below and also above. I am back. I thought I'd show you guys a bit of the lighthouse up closer. It's amazing out here because there's so many people, so many flies, but there's a museum right behind me here. Do come and check it out, but it's nice. There's so many tracks, but if you do the hike, especially from Cape Shank, you'll get to see the lighthouse from below and you can get an amazing Instagram photos because it's so pretty. And do check out that video because you get a better view of this area.